Everything is a scam. Everything you own, everything you eat, everything you see is but a big fat scam. Nowadays, there is a trend to call everything and anything a scam. Apple, Tesla, feminism, heck, even bottled water is a scam. So how does that usually plays out? Let's say a big company does something. A YouTuber comes along and say it's a scam, gets a lot of views and becomes famous, then gets criticized by another YouTuber who in his turn will start to become famous himself. This is the beginning of a vicious circle. Take this video as a prediction. Let me show you the magic formula to succeed on YouTube today and for the years to come. First of all, take a company that has sponsored big YouTubers and look for something negative to say about them. Say that the product is too expensive, make fun of it, say that it is overrated, but above all, say that it is a scam. Say that everything they do is a scam. Any company that sells on YouTube, they make margins, and that is why they have the ability to advertise on YouTube. So if they make margins, that means that the product is more expensive when you buy it than when they manufacture it. So what you have to say is that the product is overpriced and that it is a scam. In real life, when you say a scam, it means that the seller lied. Okay, with established title, we are not owner of a piece of land in Scotland. But for small YouTubers looking to gain traction, they just have to push the dishonesty to the maximum and say that this is the greatest scam in human history or the most evil business in the world. And finally, for the thumbnail, first of all, put flames on the background. Second of all, put the head of a famous YouTuber. It can be Graham Stephan, Coffeezilla, Kim Kardashian, just someone that people recognize. And finally, no matter what company does the embedded marketing, use the word scam and put it in big, flashy letters. And this may be the beginning of a new era for YouTube. Did you guys remember when PewDiePie used the N-word during a stream? So this convinced some journalists to refresh the page until they came across an ad for a big company on an extremist video, and that allowed them to make an article on it. The big brands then withdrew their contribution in fear of being associated with those extremist videos, and that was the beginning of the adpocalypse. But there still was another way for content creators to make money, and that was embedded marketing. But that source of revenue may be in danger. The word scam is misused and used everywhere, and it's even riskier for brands to do embedded marketing today more than ever. When someone sees that your brand is a scam on the thumbnail, they don't even have to click on it, they don't even have to watch the full video, they will be suspicious of your brand. So the risk increases exponentially for those big brands that sponsor videos. And what happened to established titles is that they have stopped everything and have even offered refunds to their customers. But now imagine that you are an entrepreneur who had invested all his life saving into its business. This is much more lethal. It doesn't matter if you are a honest company or not. If you come across a YouTuber, he will be right anyway, and the public will suspect you. Scam hunters as a phenomenon are booming right now, and we could be going toward an apocalypse that could touch a revenue source that was safe until now: embedded marketing.